Here in Northeast Ohio, the Jewish Federation of Cleveland standing in solidarity with the Detroit Jewish community following that attack. Michelle Nix has the steps being taken locally to keep everyone in our community safe.
The Jewish Federation of Cleveland says there are no active threats in Northeast Ohio, but their security is working to keep everyone safe. And it's metal barriers like these around buildings that could save lives and stop a threat. The Jewish community in Northeast Ohio was already on high alert, deploying extra security for the possibility of anti-Semitic violence in light of the war in Iran. Now the attack on Temple, Israel, just about 3 hours from here, reinforces the belief that there's strength in law enforcement partnerships.
We are in constant contact with the FBI's Joint Terrorism Task Force, our local police officials, at the state level with the Ohio Department of Public Safety.
Jim Hartnett is the director of community-wide security for the Jewish Federation of Cleveland and says keeping everyone safe is the leadership's highest priority.
We look at every public event and assess the security that would be appropriate. So we try and balance that because we still have to be open and accessible.
But while a house of worship of any kind is sacred, the reality is security these days is non-negotiable. John DePietro, the president and CEO of the Ohio Crime Prevention Association, tells me it's not about protecting buildings, but events with large numbers of people.
What we teach really is the fact that you're not just protecting a building, you're protecting people and life, and that your planning should go further,
including installing concrete barriers like these planters on Market Square here in Cleveland, because the threat of a vehicle-borne explosion is real.
We want to make sure that no unscreened vehicle gets within 50 feet or so of any building.
But the best safety measure of all?
An alert public is probably our best defense against any type of terrorist type incident, because they're usually on the front lines and they're the first to observe something that just doesn't look right.
Reporting in Cleveland, Michelle Nix, 19 News.